Open book silent hustle. The story. It was still dark outside when Tay opened his eyes. The room was quiet, too quiet, but that's how he liked it. He sat up, reached for his cracked phone, and silenced the alarm before it could go off again. The only sound was the distant hum of the ceiling fan, spinning lazily above his head. On the desk beside his bed, a pile of books leaned precariously, physics, statistics, and a worn-out calculus notebook. A half-empty coffee cup sat in the middle, the stale smell mixing with the faint scent of old paper. Tay rubbed his eyes, grabbed his pen, and started writing again. For him, mornings weren't about breakfast or small talk. They were about getting ahead before the campus woke up. When the sun finally crept into the sky, Tay walked to class. The hallways echoed with the hollow tap of his sneakers. No voices, no greetings. He passed groups of friends laughing, trading weekend stories, making plans for the night. None of them noticed him, and he didn't expect them to. He wasn't here for friends. His lunch was always the same, a sandwich in the corner of the cafeteria, headphones on, eyes down. He had playlists for every mood. One for reading, one for problem solving, one for nights he couldn't sleep because formulas kept swirling in his head. By evening, the library became his second home. He'd sit at his usual spot, far from the door, near the window that overlooked the dimly lit courtyard, while other students prepared for parties. Dressed in bright colors and laughter, Tay was still hunched over his notebook, muttering equations under his breath. His phone stayed on D&D. The world could wait. Sometimes loneliness would creep in, the kind that makes your chest heavy. But he told himself he wasn't lonely. He was focused. He wasn't cold. He was chosen. Night after night, the routine repeated. Coffee in the evening, scribbles in the margins, eyes growing red from the strain. He carried his struggles quietly, just like his dreams. No one asked how he was doing. No one knew about the battles in his mind. The fear of failing, the weight of being his family's hope, the pressure to prove that his silence wasn't weakness. One night, walking back from the library, he glanced at the university's main building glowing against the night sky. For the first time in a long time, he smiled, not because the journey was easy, but because he could see the end of the road, faint but steady. Years later, when he wore his graduation gown, a few people whispered, "Who is that guy?" They had seen him in passing, but never really noticed him. If they asked him how he did it, he'd only say, "I just kept moving quietly until it was done." Because in the end, Tay's story was never about being loud. It was about being steady. The crowd had the noise. He had the silent hustle. And if you want to hear more stories like this, just like and subscribe.